Okay guys, these are two cats that actually came from the same litter. And if you notice, they look very different. They were actually born at my husband's shop, and you can see the differences there. However, not extreme differences. One of the things you want to think about is with cat evolution, cats really weren't domesticated that long ago. In fact, even today, I wonder, as this one's kind of struggling to get away, how domesticated they still really are. So we don't see a lot of diversity in the different hair colors and structures and things like that we do see in, let's say, the dogs, for example. They originally came from the wolf, and from there we have anything from a big Dane all the way down to a Great Dane, all the way down to a Chihuahua. Where in the cats we don't see a lot because we haven't added in a lot of the breeding science. And so we haven't started really doing a lot of the breeding and the changes. And so the colors and stuff you see and the difference you see is more just cats and natural selection and evolution more than the breeding science that humans planted. We're now starting to do some mixing and breeding and that, so you're going to start to see some changes. For example, like the short hair exotic has that mix of the Persian plus the short hair cat. And so you'll start to see some changes, but you're not going to see the same drastic changes as you see in the dog just because they were that first domesticated animal. Unlike my little cat right here, who still thinks he's a wild cat. But those are some of the unique differences between the cat and the dog. Okay guys, now let's talk about dog evolution. You think about the wolf. These guys don't look like a wolf at all. This big boy here is 100% Great Pyrenees. He's our protector of our goats. And his name is Bandit. And then here is Smokey. This is his son, Smokey. Now notice the slight differences between the two. We actually had, his mom is actually a part lab, hound mix, and then of course this is his dad. With evolution, dogs were the first domesticated animal. We have a great variation between animals, even between families here, due to breeding science, okay? We wanted a little bit of a mix we love that lab and hound mix. We thought that would be a good mix with them. And we loved our Pyrenees too on top of it. So with breeding sciences, we can create some changes. And that's why we see like dogs like this, the Pyrenees. We see unique dogs like the little Chihuahua. We get a mix of that just because we've had more time with our breeding science with our different dogs versus our cats, for example. So through that early domestication, we can play a big role in the type of animals that we have and the types of dogs that we have here. So we see a lot of differences due to our breeding science versus natural selection and evolution. So that's one of the differences we see between cats and dogs.